All right, let's talk about this artifact, okay? Purified pages of the black. We've seen artifacts like this before. It siphons your life force, damaging you in return, okay? And then you have what is it? What is it? Sinestro ring, candle of neurons, something, one of those, something like that. There's another artifact that will hit you back. It's like a sacrifice or something. I'm not sure because I'm on my alt. Okay, so when I run on my alt, usually it's really easy. But lately, I've been having this same issue over and over again. When I get a tank, they are absolutely getting clapped and killed, even if they have this artifact leveled up to 200. I don't know the statistics. Like, I don't know how that artifact works. I'm not that familiar because if I'm not interested in using the artifact, I usually just kind of skim just to see, oh, what does it, what does this do? And then, I'm over it after that. So I'm not really, my God, today. When I run on my alt, it's always a tank getting their ass clapped. And it's happened so consistently that I am going to pull you guys into this. I'm going to pull you all into this with me. I'm so confused. Oh my God, I'm gonna die. Okay. I'm so confused. Like for me, that would have never have killed me. On Rabbit, that right there, that would have never killed me. I would have never there's at no point in time have I ever went in on my main as a tank and fatality has dropped my bitch ass like a hot potato. She ain't never did that to me. I see this happening to every tank every time I run on my alt. They are getting slapped. I'm not getting slapped. So I'm trying to figure out, and this ain't no shade. I'm just trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Is this artifact glitched? Like what's happening? Because I don't run book and I don't be getting took down like that. Like if anything, maybe a DPS might get hit and then they'll go down. But for me, she not beating my ass like that. Like look at his health. Look at his health. His health is just darting back and forth. Oh my fucking God. And I'm trying to figure out as a tank, why are you dying so fast? Like you getting hit and dying. I get hit on my tank, but I'm not dying. Like I'm not getting one shot. Look at his health. Oh my God. He had to drink a soda. And it really ain't no shade. Like I really am not trying to like this tank. I've just seen it so many times now that now I'm curious. Now I'm curious. Now I want to really know like what am I missing? Like what's going on? Because every time I come in here on my alt, these tanks are absolutely getting clapped. And the common denominator I'm seeing is that damn artifact. What is going on with that artifact? Maybe you guys can better explain and break it down to me because it seems pretty self-explanatory for me. God damn, Swamp Thing big as fuck. I ain't think he was gonna be big like that. God damn. Okay. He big like how he is on in that one four player. Anyway, I'm trying to figure out why this artifact. It might not be that artifact. Now, if it's not that artifact, but I still would like for y'all to like chime in, like let me know what the hell is going on. And I'm gonna try to pull as much footage as I can so that I can show y'all what I'm talking about. Now, if I was getting my ass beat off rip like that, I wouldn't be saying nothing. I'm trying to figure out why I'm not getting clapped and killed in one shot like that, but everybody else is. Just being on my alt, for me, I'm seeing that. I think the book, pages of what is it called? Pages of the Black, whatever it's called. I think I'm feeling like that's the common denominator. Everybody is running pages because they feel like it's going to make them OP. But baby, y'all must not be telling them how to run it. I don't know. I feel like people are saying, oh, just put pages on. It's going to make you strong. Versus you guys actually breaking down what this artifact does and how it works. There's no way that you all, as tanks, are putting this artifact on and y'all getting took to the ground like this. So what's going on? Is it a glitch? Like, what am I missing? Something's going on here. Maybe people are just using it wrong. Maybe they're not pairing it with the weapon buff. If I'm not mistaken, I think that you have to like do the little weapon buff shit. Like, if you don't want to get killed, like if you don't want to get hit back, you're supposed to like hit the weapon buff. It's kind of like with that artifact. If you get a bad deal, that bitch gonna hit you back. Yeah. So I don't like any artifact, and I don't like any artifact hitting me back. I like the way I run my tank. She stays alive. I'm good. I don't need to be. OP. I just need to be not dying. Maybe people are just getting stuck in their rotation so they can't hit the weapon buff. And then, it's like, oh, shit, I died. But my God, back to back to back? Figure it the fuck out or take the artifact off. Just using the keywords here. Okay, just skimming through this and just using the keywords. While in combat and current health is above 50% of maximum health, siphon your life force, damaging you in return for a greater power. Siphon your life force. Okay? That means it's taking your shit, damaging you in return, hitting you back, hitting you in return, hurting you in return. Keywords here. Keywords and context clues. That's all I'm doing here. Using a weapon buff ability grants temporary immunity to self damage from the shit that hit your bitch ass back in the first place. Okay. So if this artifact hits you back, using a weapon buff grants you a temporary immunity. Okay. That's what it sounds like to me. Now I could be wrong. Using a shield ability grants damage, reflection, and temporary immunity to self damage. Now, using a shield, I feel like that's for the tanks, right? Because tanks are usually using shields. Because a tank might not be using a weapon buff. I don't use a weapon buff as a tank. What I get from everything that I just read based on keywords and context clues is that if you don't use this artifact correctly, it's going to hit you back. And if your health is already low, when it hits you back, it's going to kill you. Talk to me. Because I know what I'm seeing, and no one's going to tell the truth. Like when I was in an instance yesterday, and I was like, that book is killing y'all ass. Didn't nobody say nothing. Ain't nobody got nothing to say. There's no way that as a tank, you walk into a boss fight and get immediately one shot. What did you do? I feel like the first thing you do as a tank is do a taunt or shield first and taunt. I don't understand why. So I know what I'm seeing, okay? When I play on my alt, she's in DPS role, so I'm able to pay more attention to things like that. Versus when I'm on my tank, I'm really focused on doing my job as a tank. But when I'm on my alt, I can see what the hell going on. I see y'all. And I want to know why tanks are walking into these alerts and getting one shot. I feel like tanks these days are more interested in DPSing than tanking. Like for me, when I play Smite and I play as Odin, I build Odin so that he's damn near impervious. Like I'm jumping in, put that little cage around everybody. I'm taking damage. I'm out there taunting. And it's like, I'm just out here. What you gonna do about it? I'm so tanky, you can't kill me. I'm just out here. That's how I build my tank on DC. Like I need her to just be tanky. I don't care if she's doing damage or not. I don't want to be a battle tank. If I'm doing a little bit of damage, that's fine. But my main priority is to be tanky and not dying. Do you know how scary it is for your tank to die? I hate that. It gives me such anxiety. As a DPS, seeing the tank go down, it's like, oh hell, we all finna get slapped. Because that's what happens. One by one, everybody's about to get slapped. But I feel like these days, y'all don't give a fuck about being a tank. Y'all want to be in tank role and then be doing damage because you feel like it makes you look good. It makes you look better in a group. It's like, look how much damage I'm doing. It's like, we really don't give a fuck. We really just want you to not die as the tank. That's the main thing we need you to do is not die. And maybe it's weird because maybe the DPS and everybody, maybe you guys are now looking at tanks as, oh, you should be doing damage. So then maybe that's putting stress on people and making people feel like, oh, well, as a tank, I have to be doing damage too, or people are going to look at me crazy. It's a swap that's going on here. For me, I look at a tank as a good tank when they're not dying. But I think you guys today, these days, y'all are looking at a tank like, you're not doing no damage, you're not a good tank. I'm seeing DPS rotation on tanks. I'm not seeing taunts. I'm not seeing pulls. And with fire tanks, I want y'all to know that backdraft is not a taunt. Backdraft is a group pull and a heal. And back in the day, it didn't use to goddamn heal. That was something that they revamped. They reworked that shit. But I feel like you all are so stuck in your DPS rotation, so you just have the symbol to the top that recognizes you as a tank, and then everything else is just DPS based. The loadout is for DPS, and then you got like one little thing on that makes you a tank, so your artifacts are not tank. Your gear is mostly DPS. Your allies are not tank. Your stat points are not tank. Your stat points are even in the spots where a DPS stats would be. It might be that A lot of tanks are not putting their stat points into health, and so they don't have a lot of health even to begin with. If you don't have a lot of health as a tank, that also means that you're dying quicker. So you can get one shot because you don't have enough health. And that's with anybody, but specifically with a tank because your job is to be getting hit. So if your tank is lacking in health, soon as you get hit, you're out of there. Maybe that's another reason why y'all are getting one shot because you don't have a lot of health because you're so interested in being a DPS, you just have your stat points elsewhere. You're easier to kill because all I got to do is hit you like once or twice and you out of there because you ain't got no health. But a lot of y'all are so interested in being a DPS and tank role. It's ridiculous. And I'm tired of seeing it. But that's all I see. And I see it mostly when I'm in DPS role. When I run on my alt as a DPS, I see it now. Y'all are in tank role, but you're running as a DPS. And I feel like that's another reason why y'all are getting clapped. Tanks ain't got on no pull. You ain't got on no taunt. You ain't doing no damage over time. You ain't got no crowd control. That's crazy. Yeah, something ain't right, you know. And I could be completely wrong, but I don't think I am. I think that this is an appropriate assessment of what's going on in this game. And it could only be, you know, a few things. You know, you got an artifact on that's hitting you back and you don't have enough health to combat that. Like you don't have enough health, right? So if my tank has 200 million health, it don't matter what that artifact do or how many times that artifact hits me back. I got enough health to where if it hits me, I'm still going to be alive. It's not going to one shot me because I have a lot of health as a tank. If you're doing a lot of damage in tank role and that artifact hits you back for the amount of damage that you're doing, that might kill you. If you're doing the damage and the artifact hits you back for the damage that you're doing, and your whole thing is to be a DPS in tank role, yeah, you probably are getting one shot. Because if you're doing more damage, like if you're more of a DPS in tank role and you're doing a lot of damage, as soon as you fuck up and that artifact hits you back, your ass is gone. Because it's gonna hit you back for what you just like put out, the damage you just put out. It's about to hit you back. But also, if you don't have enough health to kind of save your ass, you're out of there. Now everybody's scrambling to pick up the tank because the tank is the most vital in the room. Like, even if you have a good healer in the room, we can't expect the healer to be the tank. We can't expect the healer to be taking the damage of a tank and surviving it. So, even if you do have a healer in the room, while a healer is vital, that tank is vital, especially if it's in a boss fight like Fatality where ads come out everywhere. There's no healer that's going to survive being jumped by 15 ads. They shouldn't have to be doing that. The healer should not be tanking 15, 20 ads. That's why the fuck we need the tank to stay on their feet. That's why we need you in the room. When it get down to shit like that, we don't care if you're doing damage as a tank. We care about you having crowd control and keeping these ads under control and keeping this boss taunted so that she doesn't turn on us. A tank dying really fast, getting one shot, going down over and over again. We're not looking at you as no good tank. Oh, look how much damage they're doing. No, we don't care how much damage you're doing. We care that you keep dying. And by default, we right behind you, dragging us to hell. That's crazy. Y'all need to get it together.